So once again, we are here, and today is the Fool's Day.
Mhm.
Yeah, the Fool's Day. Isn't it ironic
Yeah.
that we've had a year, when everyone's been kind of taken for a ride, been fooled into taking actions which are irreversible in some cases, fooled to let go of their work situation, fooled to be away from our families, and we celebrate that day. Yeah. So I think if today is anything, then it should be Fool's Day is a day of hope and optimism. You're naive, but then you become optimist. It is through your naivety you've been taken for a ride. We all have, and we always have been, by those who take advantage. But now we can use that understanding to say, optimism. Where do we go with this? New groups, new friends, new ways of working, new choirs, everyone's starting to look at how to, those words we were using back in the day about creating your reality, starting to shape now. Yeah, little strands coming together. Yeah, I've got a group of people here. I've got a group of people here. These people think this way. These people think that way. Don't engage in any conflict. Don't engage in anything that adds to the noise and the destructive energy. Um, Disengage. Remain calm. Do your practice. Health is all that matters. Do not replace your health for anything else. Yeah, we can have new cars maybe in 5 years' time, but once we lose our health, it is hard to regain it. And always, if we prioritize that, then we know whatever actions we are taking are the right actions. So April is the month in which we feel, with just the way the energy seems to be moving, is more revelation, more understanding, more clarity. And while we have this happening on one side, there is an apparent, um, which will become an obvious and evident divide. And this divide isn't a bad thing, isn't a good thing. It's simply about when things don't quite mix together. And that not mix together is now becoming more evident. And you'll find that in social circles, but you'll also find that as one frequency doesn't meet another, you are pulled towards frequencies which are more in line with you. And we are going to learn as human beings that we've just had it so wrong what we are, who we are, what we're capable of doing. And we have just been domesticated with a mind, which is the filter. So if someone says to you, like, okay, just give you an example. Say I say something. I say, okay, you know what? Imagine tomorrow, or in a few weeks' time, or a month's time, that the leaders stand on a stage and say, by the way, here's some footage of some extraterrestrials that have been around for the last 40 years, and we've been working with them. What does that do to your belief systems? Where does religion go? Where does I'm the chosen one go? Where does race relations go? Once you realize God, and you may ask, what? Are they here? Is one of them around me? What do they look like? Once that information comes, belief systems fall apart. So imagine that happening, and this is just an example I'm giving you, but imagine something of that ilk happening where you discover that those belief systems that we held on to, whether they're religious, whether they're cultural, whether they are. So let me give you an example. So I say something quite absurd or not, and you may decide, I don't think I agree with that. Okay, now, is that you deciding, or is it your mind deciding? But we always say, I don't agree with that. That's not true. It's the mind. It's your mind that's deciding that. And we have to now learn that we have a mind, but we are not the mind. Have to learn that. Because unless we get out of the prison, and the prison is the belief systems, the prison is what you are told to be reality, the prison is that there is no way to discern it. Until you come out of this, you can't see the prison. Doesn't mean that you're against the prison or any conflict or anything like that. Simply means that we begin to recognize that life is genuinely a, you're not living. The fear, you are the fear. You become the fear. So recognizing our own capacity, our own stillness, silence, consciousness, awareness, your peace within yourself, recognizing that over and over again, you are making such a difference to the entire process of this evolution. Massive difference. And you will notice around you more and more people are becoming more and more sovereign in where they stand. In wherever they stand, wherever they feel their truth is, not belief, their conviction as a result of what their heart tells them. Those people you will find more and more are becoming grounded. And your meditation, your process of getting together, your process of questioning all that you have been given, all that's thrown at you, is a way of ensuring that you maintain and strengthen that sovereignty. Self-actualization, that was the health bit that we did back in last year for the first 6 months. How to develop your health, how to develop your capacity to look after the mind, look after the emotions, the physical, transpersonal. Then started looking at human definition. What does it mean to be human? We are now coming to something around that. And I think over the next 12 months or so, we will learn that we are incredible. Not are we just incredible, your very existence is so rare, it will not happen again. It ain't going to happen again. This is it. And the only way out is in. And the breath is your route in. And the more we begin to realize the fragility of our life, the divine nature of our life, the incredible ability to experience a world and a life in which we can know love, we can know hate, we can know fear, mothers, we can know fathers, we can know friends, we can know families, we can know trees. All of this reality has been presented to you. Say, here, enjoy it. But we want to live, condemned to live in this fear. So it is important to get out of that prison. And if meditation does nothing more, then it allows you to come out of that prison and to recognize that your life, your way of being is in fact a divine opportunity to be what you're capable of doing. And what you are capable and what you believe, and this is where the belief systems fall, are two different things. Because we have never been shown individuals that have progressed in anything remarkable. Show me one role model today. Show me one Buddha. Show me one Kabir. Show me one Lao Tzu. One Christ. One. Where are the role models? So our role models have become reality stars. They've become the new gods. Google has replaced God because it knows everything. And whatever it tells you, you accept it to be the truth. That's the other thing, you don't question it. And everything that's labeled fake news, over time you'll realize, has been redefined. Anything that questions the narrative is now kicked out. So how do you know what reality is? How do you, if you're kept in a fish tank of this information, how do you know? How do you know what's outside that? That's where we are. We are now finding out what's outside that. It's falling. And as it does that, we're going to realize, oh my God, this is incredible. And once one element of this paradigm falls, everything falls. So let's go back to our space aliens. If that turned out to be reality, then all that you know about science becomes primitive. All that you know about social, how to travel, becomes irrelevant. Paradigm shifts. Paradigm shifts. So once you, and nothing more than simply adding that piece of information coming from a source that you trust will shift the paradigm. Will shift the paradigm. That goes to show how conditioned we are in our mental space, and we consider it to be the truth. Where that tiny piece of information can completely shake the foundation of most people in terms of what they thought was the truth. So, the moral of the story is you're a figment of your own imagination. Don't believe everything you're telling yourself. To live in fear is to die to life. So live in the present and learn to recognize that life is a divine gift for you that has an end date, and that end date is the last breath you're having, and which is this breath. So always come back to the present, and that will help us to keep out of these fear-inducing patterns. Okay? Call it today on that. All right. So we'll get on with our meditation. And again, simply just about exploring our experience. Anything that you experience, if you place your hand in a fire, or if you eat something or drink something, only the one who is experiencing it knows it to be what it is. Everything else is a figment of your imagination at best. Knowledge, which too is a figment of your imagination or my imagination. So experience the truth. So we will always use our awareness to know the experience. So if you just straighten your back, close your eyes gently, or if they are closed, make sure they are gently closed. And as you breathe in, or as the breath comes in, just take a moment to notice your whole body getting a sense of yourself. Notice what the mind is doing. Are there any thoughts going on? Is there anything that concerns you? Allow your mind to show you that. And then take a moment to come to your chest. Allow your awareness to settle a bit, and then notice how you're feeling in this moment. Okay? Set your intention, and your intention is simply to become aware of this moment as best as you can. And you're going to do this by focusing on sensations, breath, and sound. As you breathe in, bringing your focus to your body as a whole, try and get a sense of the body from your toes all the way to the tip of your head. Notice if there's anything dominant like a pain or an ache, itch or tightness. Just see if there's anything that's in the body at this moment. Any dominant sensation. As you breathe in, bring your focus to where your body makes contact with the chair or the ground. Begin to notice the pressure on your body and begin to notice the sensations that accompany that pressure. As you breathe in, bring your focus up towards your hips. Notice the front, notice the back, and the sides as best as you can. And as you breathe out, bring your focus gently down your thighs. Becoming aware of your knees. And then from your knees, you move this focus gently down towards your ankles. From your ankles, you move down to your feet. And from your feet, you move down to the soles of your feet as best as you can. Bringing your focus back to the chair, the seat, or the ground where your body makes contact. As you breathe in, bring your focus up your lower back. Scan your lower back from the left to right, right to left. Notice any sensations that are dominant. No commentary, no judgment. As you breathe in again, bring this focus up towards your middle back. Hold your focus there. Notice the movement of your chest and the sides as the breath comes in and the breath goes out. And notice with those movements are sensations. They may be subtle, but they begin and they end with the movements. Bringing your focus up towards your shoulder blades. Up towards your shoulders. And then notice If your shoulders are relaxed or hunched, allowing them to relax and soften. Bring your focus now down to your elbows, moving gently to your wrists, palms of your hands, fingers on your hands. Bring your focus now towards your eyes. Notice the darkness. And as you breathe out, allow these eyes, this part of the body, to soften and relax. Moving your focus to your mouth. Notice your tongue. As you breathe out, allow it to soften. On your next breath out, allow your face to relax and soften. Once again, as the breath comes in, bring your focus towards your whole self. And just notice if there's anything dominant in the body. Pain, an ache, a tightness, an itch. Bringing your focus now beneath your nose. Begin to notice the breath. Moving your focus gently to your chest. And now, once again, just notice how you feel. On your next breath out, gently opening your awareness, allowing the sounds around you to come to you. Listening. Gently bring your focus beneath your nose, anchoring it to your breath. Watching the in-breath moving in, watching the out-breath moving out. Allow your breath to breathe by itself. And if you can focus on the sensation as the breath comes in and the breath goes out, anchoring your awareness to it. Allow the breath to breathe by itself. Stay with your breath. Notice that your in breath has a start and an end, as does your out breath. Bring your focus as best as you can, noticing the start, end of your in breath, start, end of your out breath, as best as you can. Stay with your breath. Start, end of your in breath, start, end of your out breath. Moving your focus now to your out breath in particular. Follow it all the way to the end. Notice the gap at the end of your out breath before the in breath begins. Following your out breath all the way till the end. Stay with your breath. Following your out breath all the way till the end, noticing that little gap at the end of your out breath. Allowing every out breath to move you deeper and deeper into this moment. Notice how the breath feels now. Does your breath feel fast or does it feel slow? Does your breath feel smooth? Does your breath feel light or does it feel heavy? Stay with your breath. Notice how the breath breathes by itself. Each in-breath followed by an out-breath. Each out-breath followed by an in-breath. Allowing your awareness to merge with the breath. Notice if the in-breath feels any different from the out-breath. And now bring your focus to the sound of your breath. Listening to the in-breath as it comes in, listening to the out-breath as it goes out, as best as you can. Does your in-breath sound the same as your out-breath? Listening to the breath as it comes in, listening to the breath as it goes out. On your next breath out, gently opening your awareness, once again, begin to listen to the sounds around you. Including the sound of your breath. Use the sound of the bell to merge yourself in the silence at the end, as best as you can. Gently bringing your focus just beneath your nose and just sitting with your breath. Notice the qualities of your experience. Notice there's only you having the experience you're having. There's only one. Notice the movement of your breath. And just as the breath moves in and out, start, middle, end, everything around you follows the same pattern. Yet you are still. If it's peaceful, notice the peace. If it's silent, notice the silence. On your next breath out, expanding your awareness, becoming aware of your whole body as best as you can. Once again, notice you're in the same place you began. Notice the sensations where your body makes contact with the ground or the chair or the seat. Notice you can sense your hips, your thighs, sensing the lower legs, and then sensing your feet. Coming back once again to the chair or the floor. Notice that your back is straight. Shoulders, arms, hands are relaxed and comfortable. Your eyes are closed, your mouth is closed, your face is relaxed. Coming back to the breath again. And as the breath comes in, you can sense your body. As the breath goes out, you can sense the body. Once again, as the breath comes in, sense your body. As the breath goes in, breath comes out, sensing your body. Almost like you're breathing with the body. In a short while, you will hear the sound of another bell. Use this sound to draw a few deep breaths in, and in your own good time, gently opening your eyes, bringing some of that peace and silence back with you. Enjoy the silence before the bell.